What's going on, guys? This is Life RX. Today we're going to talk about wrist pain. Christina, she shows up. She shows up with a wrist pain, and what I find out, it's not just a wrist pain. So that's why Life RX and specialists who work with Life RX technique, it's completely different. We want to identify it and find the cause of this pain. What's the real is that could be just a wrist, but sometimes it's not just the wrist because we treat the whole body, we don't treat the parts. That's not how this works. This is 2024. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a little postural assessment before we start our manual therapy. And what I'm seeing here with Christina, if you look at her, I'm standing right behind, this shoulder is a little bit high. Can you turn to me right now? I just want to make sure. Yeah, I'm the left shoulder. Yeah, the left shoulder is a little bit high. So what's happened with Christina? She kind of like this. That's mean something happening. And also look at her head. The head is a little bit turning to this way. Can you turn to me? I'm just gonna do an assessment. Can you do a couple steps for me? Perfect. That's what we do. Let it go. Let it go. She keep going. That's okay. That's all right. She's a fitness instructor. That's why she's. So yes, what I'm see, the head is a little bit turning this way, and what's this gonna tell me? The shoulder is a lot of rotation. What I'm looking for those big toms. So this is the normal anatomical position. Yeah, you should check with your customers all the time too, because before you guys do all those packs work, see how tight packs it is. So the toms is normal anatomical position pointing out like this way, 30 degrees. This is 0, this is the 30. This is the normal anatomical position. Some people, they get this 90, so the toms is pointing this way, right directly straight. But if you see, now she's already tried to readjust it, but when I take a look on her, the wrist was right in here. That's mean the whole shoulder is rotate in. And that could be, now just think about it. If my shoulder is rotated in, I always keep this in my mind, how I can do the functional movements like everyday routine, basically. Okay, let's say I'm trying to grab something from the shelf and my shoulder is locked right here. See what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to lean to this side. So that shoulder is locked. You can see it. And this is right here, elevated. And it's not just the shoulder, the whole spine is shifted too. This is how everything works, and we have to check all the way up. But today is a shoulder focus. Now we're going to check the kyphos. We're going to turn around, and what we see here, I'm just looking from the back. Yeah, that's a lot of shift. And from the side, can you step from the side again? I see, no, right in here. I see a little bit kyphos. It's not a lot, but she's kind of a little bit rounded. So it's might be mobility problem with the thoracic area. This is what I'm looking for. I'm going to do a couple tests right now. This is called functional test. What we try to do, see how's the neck work. And I want you to do extension. So try to look up as far as possible without any pain. So what I'm looking for 80 degrees. It's not happening. It's like probably 45. So that's mean the head is shifted forward. That's okay. Let it go. Is any pain?
Not until I get to about here.
Here we go. So she get pain. That's mean it's non-functional. Now think about it. All this weightlifting, pull-ups, you have to put too much pressure on your cervical area. That's what people do. So it's create a lot discomfort. And as our head is forward, just think about it, it's locked. She can't do that. So it's not just a wrist pain, right? You can, like a Sherlock Holmes, investigate the whole body, find out the cause, and correct it. Because years and years and years, you go into the same guy, and it's never been tested. You never do any assessment, never test, and you just keep going. You trust it. It's helped for 5 days. You come back, and it's same pain. So don't spend the money. Start invest money. Try to find those good manual therapists who can work on you. That's a different topic. So now, I want her to try to tuck the chin and touch the sternum. Is any pain? I can see that space right here, so it's limited. Good. No pain, non-functioning, but no pain is good. Most of the time, it's functioning, non-functioning, and people go through the pain. Now go ahead and turn with check rotation. You see how what's she doing? She started to bend his hand kind of.
Starts hurting right
Start hurting. So she's hurt to turn her neck left and right. We need that. We need to look around. When we drive the car, most people not get car accident because they're not turning head because it's painful. And they just trust those, and there's a lot of blind spot. So just be careful. Let's turn to the left. Same thing. You see, even more limited. So we don't have rotation in the neck. That's what tell me the neck is locked. And it's not just the wrist pain. All right. The next test, we're going to check the thoracic mobility. Go ahead and do unchild pose on the table. Yep, this is how you guys can check your thoracic mobility. This is called child pose. The knee is out. The foot is touched. Now, I want you to touch your hands together. You see if this is possible. Yeah, like a prayer. The head is a little bit more up. You see? Now, you ask your partner, place this or your client hand in the back. What I'm doing here, I'm just hold this side, so make sure she's not shifted her hips. And I want to see this 50 degrees. This is what's supposed to be thoracic mobility. So now I ask Christina, can you turn your head to the left? Just turn, whatever you pain. And now try to lift that shoulder towards the ceiling as far as possible. And it's not happening. Now I try to help myself, see if this is motor control problem. And I can get her. So we don't have motor control problem, probably because the right side is locked. Let's switch arms. Sorry, I guys gotta show my butt here. Here we go, same thing. This is how I lock it. I can lock with my leg, you see? That's it, she's not movable. And I ask you to do, just try, imagine you have a barrel. You're in a barrel and try to look up. Look at this, poor mobility. Now I place my hands up here. Sorry, and it's pain and it's not going, so that right side is completely locked. Now think about the wrist pain. So everything connected. It's we treat one piece. Go ahead and lay down face down. What we're doing here, we check our shoulder extension, internal, external rotation. This is, guys, you can do at home. You don't need the specific knowledge or education to do that and figure out what's going on. What I'm doing here, I ask her to bring this arm right in here, 90 degrees. Let me go right in here. I place my hand, just want to make sure there's no compensation. I'm not pushing down, I just hold it. And I ask her to raise this, try to raise this arm up. Just right like this. So I'm looking for 90 degrees. This is what's that external rotation of the shoulder. Now, I want her check internal rotation. She's going to raise up. And look at that. Look how she good. So 60 and 90. 90 external, internal rotation of the shoulder is supposed to be 60. The arch of the shoulder, it's 150 degrees. What's happened here, she's not limited. She still do this 150 degrees, but that's shifted. The whole shoulder is shifted because she can go almost 90 here and probably here like around 60 degrees. So that means it's 150. The shoulder been shifted forward, and that's not how your shoulder functioning. Supposed to be rotate, abduct, adduct, all those motion. This is most movable joints in your body, and if it's not happening, you're in trouble. You're in trouble for your neck, you're in trouble for everything. So let's do extension. The extension of the shoulder have to be 50 degrees. What I'm doing here, I ask her to raise the arm up as far as possible towards the ceiling. And that's a little bit kind of limited, but I can go without any problems. It's not an issue. Extension is not an issue. I'm going to test this side. Go ahead and raise this one. If you guys don't see it, but this one is a little bit better, and I'll go ahead and do up. Yeah, this shoulder a little bit better, but remember we don't have thoracic mobility here. Now go ahead, raise this up, and yeah, this is a little bit limited. Little bit. Let me see. So what I'm doing, I check the passively. So what we find out, the main issue, it's a thoracic mobility in the spine. on the right side. So we have to treat that. Also work on that shoulder mobility because it's not mobile. And of course, work on those muscles because remember, this is the upper cross syndrome. The upper cross syndrome is a specific chart of muscle which is lengthening, which is mean weak, and muscle which is mean contracted or tight. People call that way. So it's extensors of the arm always have to be tight. So we need to work on those extensors. Now we're gonna ask Christina to take clothes off, of course, out of camera, and we're gonna go start do manual therapy. She's laughing.